you need to separate yourself from those who are closest to you, both your friends and your family. This is necessary in order to jump into crypto. Now, that may be a very unpopular opinion, but it's one that I've found to be most true. Sometimes, actually, not even sometimes, most often than not, that's actually required to generate wealth, period. But let's stick to the topic at hand. Why do you need to separate yourself from your closest circle, your inner circle? Because they're the ones that are going to offer the most resistance for jumping into something new, something they don't understand, and something because they don't understand, don't find the value in. Now, for me, when I first jumped into crypto, this was in 2020, it was something that even I had come across before, maybe around 2018, 2017, 2018. So I mentioned to a few people, nobody really cared for it. I even spoke to one investor or financial advisor, and they're like, yeah, we don't deal with that. So everything made it seem like it was just, it was something not even talk about, right? We don't bother with that. That's nothing. And here we are today where crypto not only is something, it's the future. And people to this day will still resist it. I mean, we're looking at maybe 4% of the entire world's population, 300 million users basically, out of 7 billion people who have adopted crypto in some form. And so the vast majority have not. And you're going to find that if you surround yourself with the same inner circle who continues to dismiss or even worse, dissuade you from actually getting into crypto, then what's going to happen is you're going to spend either more time finding ways of not jumping in, or even more tiring is having to defend yourself as to why you're in it and why they should be in it. You kind of, you kind of carry the crypto flag, so to speak. You're the flag bearer. And so people want to come at you. So when times are where they are, I mean, today's a pretty good day, but when times are where they are, the market's being down, everyone will come at you with these messages. And when times are good, they say, hey, look, it's just temporary. It's not going to last. So you just exhaust yourself, which is what I used to do. I used to think like, why is it that people don't see this? Like, what's the issue? And so I would go hard trying to convince people. And then you realize that's a losing cause. People will get convinced based on your actions, less so on your words. Now, certain people, I made sure that my words were in their ear consistently, not just when times were good, continuing. Because if you disappear when times are tough, then they'll really know. Then they'll really get that. Hey, look, this is a guy who's only here for fair weather times as well. He doesn't even think much of it. But when you're there at all times, that makes a very big difference. So I've had that. It's tiring. And now I'm just at a point where I do me. If somebody asks me or organically the topic comes up, I'm in it. But I don't go out of my way to try and convince anybody. And so that's why. And actually, to be even more transparent, I don't actually talk to, on a consistent basis, those I used to, whether they be friends or family, for that very reason, because it stems not just from crypto. Crypto is an asset for us to get to where we want to get to, right? There's more to obviously that than just financial wealth, but it's a vehicle. But that vehicle requires sacrifice, it requires commitment to an unknown, to putting yourself out there where you may look stupid at times. But in the end, it's pushing me to find uncomfortable situations and navigating those situations. So it's just pushing me, period. And if you're around people who enjoy where they are, and that's fine if they do, but in terms of if they're comfortable, right? If they're comfortable and not pushing themselves, and those are the people that you're waiting on to give you validation for jumping into something new, it's never going to happen. So I advise you, this is what I'm saying, that oftentimes it's those closest to us that we have to kind of distance ourselves from. It does not mean you never speak to them again. Maybe you speak to them once a week instead of every week. You're not in WhatsApp groups. You're not doing fantasy pools or whatnot. Like all those things, I did them. And you get caught in the same type of mentality. You need to get away from that. Again, this does not mean cut them off completely. Some may be who are toxic, but overall, just means separate, do your own research, and think for yourself. That is the biggest thing. So remember, sometimes it's doing the harder things up front that make the long-term lifestyle much easier. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.